Welcome to tonight's video on section 5.5, class number 4. Today we're going to talk about the products and quotients of rational expressions. First things first, whenever you're dealing with a quotient, notice its division sign of a rational expression, we want to factor the numerator and the denominator. So here we'll factor and we get 3 times x minus 2. Actually it's 3x times x minus 2. And then here, when you factor, the factors of 9 that add to negative 6 are negative 3 and negative 3. So it's x minus 3 and x minus 3. Here it'd be x minus 2 times x plus 2. And then here it's going to be the factors of negative 6 that add to negative 1 are negative 3 and positive 2. Then we're going to, because it's division, you multiply by the reciprocal of the right-hand side. Excuse me. So it's 3x times x minus 2 times x minus 3 times x minus 3 times, and then you take the reciprocal, x minus 3 times x plus 2, and then x minus 2 and x plus 2. From here, this is where you get the restrictions. So the bottom, the denominator cannot equal 3 because that would make x minus 3 equal 0, 2, or negative 2. Now multiply across when you multiply. So you get 3x times x minus 2 times x minus 3 times x plus 2. That's the numerator. The denominator is x minus 3, x minus 3, x minus 2, x plus 2. Now you're going to cancel out the common factors. So notice they have x plus 2, x minus 3, x minus 2. So your final answer is 3x over x minus 3, where x cannot equal 3, 2, or negative 2. All right, here we have multiplication. So once again, we factor the numerator and denominator if possible. There's no factors here. List restrictions. Well, the only restrictions are that z cannot equal 0 and y cannot equal 0. And then you'd multiply across. So 2x times 4x gives you 8x squared. 3z times 5y gives you 15yz. And then there's no common factors to cancel out, so z cannot equal 0 and y cannot equal 0. Alright, so here's some examples. We factor out the a squared here. We get a minus 6. We factor the factors of negative 3 that add to 2 are positive 3 and negative 1. And then when we factor the bottom here, the factors of 1 that add to negative 2 are negative 1 and negative 1. Then we multiply by the reciprocal. And then knowing that the restrictions here are a cannot equal negative 3, 1, and then 0 would make a to the third. So now when you multiply across, you get a squared, a minus 6, a minus 1, and a minus 1. And then the denominator you have a to the third, and then a plus 3, a minus 1. Cancel out the a minus 1s. A squared goes away, and the a to the third becomes just a. So it is a minus 6 times a minus 1 all over a times a plus 3, where a cannot equal negative 3, 1, and 0. All right, next, factor 1 minus x squared, so it's 1 minus x, 1 plus x. Then we're going to factor the numerator here to where factors -2 that add to +1 are +2 and -1, and I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal. Here, when you factor, notice these are perfect squares. Square root of 9 is 3, square root of 16 is 4, 3 times 4 is 12, times 2 is 24, so that means it's a perfect square trinomial, 3x plus 4 squared. The restrictions here, x cannot equal -2, 1, and then -4/3 is what would make 3x plus 4 equal to 0. That's how you find what makes -4/3, what makes this equal to 0 on the bottom. Now when we cancel, one of these cancels out here with that. And then notice you have 1 minus x and x minus 1, so you can cancel them out and put a -1 to say they're the opposite. So you have -1, 1 plus x times 3x plus 4, all over x plus 2, where x cannot equal -2, 1, and -4/3. All right, hopefully this helps you in your quest to do your homework. Any questions, please feel free to ask in class. Have a good evening.